Welcome back to Farming Simulator, and this is going to be a mod review slash deep dive on the energy generators that were released on the 24th of May, so Friday, just before the weekend, if you're watching this as it was released by Newell Gaming. So actually quite well timed, as I was looking to do a video on solar panels, and it turns out that these are actually quite a profitable little addition to your farm potentially, and they work in a way that I quite like. So we'll have a quick look at them, and then I'll talk through some analysis of how they work. So this mod includes 4 different options. So let's get them placed. We'll have a look at how they work, and then we'll look at the details. So they're under generators, although they are productions, and that makes a difference to how they behave. So they are based on some of the base game models. So this is the base game version, and you'll see it has an income per month. When we go to the energy generators, you will see it still lists an income per month, but it doesn't actually generate that. What it does is it generates electric charge that you can then sell. So although it lists that £360 per month, it does not produce that. I think that's just a hangover from it's still left in the XML, but where it's changed from being a solar panel to a production, it doesn't produce that. So, okay. So we've got this small solar collector, which is £7,800. We've got a large solar collector, which is £65,800. We've got a small wind energy collector. So all 3 of those run on air. So basically you don't have to put anything in, they will just generate power from the environment, nice green power. And then we have the generator, which you put diesel into, sorry about the pronunciation, and you get electric charge out. So we'll put that one down. So you can see the prices there, and I will talk about the prices in a little more detail in a moment. And so if we go into the productions menu, you can see each of these is a production that you can enable, which has a number of cycles and a production cost per month. And the ones that work based on air take in 0 air, so you don't have to put anything in, and you get electric charge out. And like any other production, you can store the electric charge, change it to selling, or you can change it to distributing. So if you've got a production which needs electric charge as an input, then you could use this to generate that, or you could just use it to generate income. And they are potentially very profitable. So yeah, that's kind of cool, I think. I've just grabbed a truck and a trailer with some diesel. You will need to put diesel in the generator to run it. Actually doesn't use that much diesel, so it's not a massive concern. But we will put some diesel in. I'm not sure how much it holds, actually. I should maybe have had a look at that to do a more informative video. 140 litres, and that is actually, it's enough to run the generator for a month, which is pretty cool, I guess, or a day if you're on 1-day months. I will talk in terms of months because that's how I do the maths, but if you're playing on 1-day months, that's the same thing. The other thing is that you can pick the generator up and move it around with you, I guess, if you need to move it to the job site. But actually to get electricity where you need it, I would use the distributing. I have not checked actually if you can use this thing to put electricity into something. We should maybe have a try of that at the end, because that would be kind of handy if you've got an electric vehicle, I guess. Very environmentally friendly. So let's enable all of these. So you do have the option to enter the production by going up to them, and we can enable them. I'll have them all on storing, or you can just do it in the menu, just so that we can see. So they have an animation. This guy goes round. I had kind of thought that this one tracked to the sun position, but actually it seems to just slowly rotate because the sun's about there. not a problem. Seems to do what it does, and then this guy just sits there and does his thing, and they all will then slowly generate electric charge as time progresses. So obviously the generator will use up diesel as it generates electricity. These will not use anything other than a little bit, £4 a month in production costs. So the costs are quite small. So if we speed up time a bit, I'm on 1 day months at the moment, so things will happen relatively quickly. And if we slow that down again, you'll see that we have generated in all of them some electric charge. And then if you want to recover the income for that, then we just set it to selling. I'm going to set them all to selling just so you can see the cash come in. And then I'll talk about the finances for these mods. So if we then skip ahead to the next hour, that flashing is kind of annoying. There we go. You'll see we made some money. And if I go into the finances, you will see that we made some cash. So I'm going to stop the productions for a moment and we will talk about finances, and I will put some of these numbers up on the screen as I edit the video. So depending on the difficulty you're playing on, all the numbers that I'm going to talk about are going to be for normal difficulty. For normal difficulty, electric charge is worth £566, dollars or euros per 1,000 litres, or kilowatts, I guess. And for each of the different units, so for the small solar charger, you will be generating 6,000 kilowatts per month. For the large solar collector, you will generate 30,000 kilowatts per month. The wind generator will do 12,000 and the diesel generator will do 1,200 kilowatts per month. They all run 5 cycles per hour, all cost the same, 0.2 pounds, dollars or euros per hour, or £4 per month. And I'll put up on the screen the amount of electric charge per cycle, but I've just told you the totals per month. And so those totals give you an output per month for the different units of about 3,400 for the small one, 17,000 for the large solar, 6,800 for the wind generator, and 680 for the generator. So not too bad. And the profits are pretty close for everything except the generator. So the costs are quite low for everything else, and the numbers will be up on the screen. The generator costs about £155, dollars or euros a month to run, and that's based on me going and buying the fuel from the fuel station here on Oberon. So the prices may vary on different maps. You may be able to buy it for more or less. So in terms of the cost of buying versus how long it's going to take you to recover the costs, the small solar unit here, it's going to take you 2.3 months until you're starting to make profit. For the large one, it's 3.9 months, so call it 4 months. The wind generator, just over 1.5 months, you'll be starting to make profit. And the little generator at the end is about 1 1/3 months and you'll be making profit. Weirdly, the small generator at the end, even though you have to put diesel in it, is the most profitable in terms of return on investment. And then it's the wind generator. And again, weirdly, the largest one is the least profitable for the return on investment. And talking about that in terms of kind of the profit you make for pounds that you spend, again, it's I've actually got them not quite in order. The little diesel generator is the most profitable for what you spend. Then it's this guy, the wind generator. So you'll get a pretty good return on what you spend. And then it's the small solar, and then it's the large solar. But really, all of these are going to make you good money pretty quickly. I think if I was going to be installing one of these, I would probably put the wind generator in. It's a really nice balance of cost, amount of land used, and profitability. So only going to cost you about £11,000. You're going to be making nearly 6,800 a month. So you're in profit in your second month, and yeah, particularly if you're starting out, you've got a smaller farm, you could quite quickly be making a nice little bit of regular income. These larger ones, they take up quite a lot of space, particularly for the whole unit with it rotating. Or for, you know, your 17 grand a month that you're going to be looking to make. But I think this is a really good mod. I think the real power for these is where you need electric charge for something. So for example, on my Saxop Let's Play, I am using the ground pump that is part of the modular greenhouse, which can run on either diesel or electric charge. And I'm pretty sure that the small solar collector here would run that, and I would never have to put diesel in it, and it would probably generate me an excess of water which I could then sell, or an excess of electric charge which I could then sell. So yeah, those productions which need a little bit of electric input, these things are going to be really useful, or just for a nice passive income. Yeah, that's all. I'll have had the numbers up on the screen as I'm talking. As I said, I haven't actually. I've got them in a spreadsheet next to me while I'm talking. I need to do the PowerPoint each. But yeah, if you found this useful and you think this mod is good, go rate it 5 stars on ModHub. It is the my phone screen has closed where I have the information. It is the Energy Generators by Newell Gaming, which was released on the 24th of May. If you enjoyed this video, click the like button. If you've got any comments, questions, or suggestions, stick them below. And I will see you guys next time. Quick bit of bonus content. I did say I would check to see if we could recharge a vehicle from these. So I've got the generator fully full of electric charge, and I've got a riggy track that needs recharging, and it does. I have just driven around it to check. It does not appear that you can do that. I don't think that's a problem. These are electric generators. These are an income generator, so I don't see that as a negative. I just thought because I mentioned that maybe we could do that, I would just double check for you guys as to see whether you could. And I don't think you can. But again, I don't think that's a negative. I think this is a really cool mod. If you're starting out on your farm and you want a passive income generator to get a bit of regular cash coming in, and yeah, my recommendation is go for this guy. Nice and compact, nice regular income stream, getting profitability really quickly. You could easily scatter these around bits of the farm and they would be really unobtrusive and, you know, generating you some nice environmentally friendly energy. Anyway, see ya.